Well, we just kind of finished the first race 14, race 13, and race 12. Everyone was waiting to see what was going to happen there with the track. They allowed a little longer practice round this morning, which kind of helped the track. It was still getting a little faster, like it did in four-wheel, but it was a little more even that time. The A qualifier got a little bit more of a fair shot of making it. And so I think what I saw there is I think Spencer kind of had things under control during that qualifier and made a mistake in front of the driver's stand, and it was a kind of a Marshall mistake, I believe. So it kind of set him back, and then it actually gave the opportunity, for the other drivers to kind of step up and get their best qual point. We're going to see Tater Sontag's going to TQ the overall. It's a hell of a breakout for him. After some of his Desert Classic races here and the warm-up race they had, he was running well. I wouldn't have expected him to TQ, but I was certainly kind of thinking that he could make the main. But at this point, he's in the driver's seat, starting first. He's 16 years old, and that's kind of the position that you hope to be in as a racer. He could be a world champion. It's very possible. And then you have Spencer, who's going to start second overall. Who I don't know if he would have TQ'd that round. I think he could have TQ'd the overall. But, it looks like he's going to start second, which is higher than he did in four-wheel. So I think he's got a little bit of experience here on the guys in TQ. So I think that we're going to see Spencer have some good main events tomorrow. He's going to have to be a little cautious and also not give up any positions. Something could arrive for him. And it's winnable for him out of second. And then you have Ongaro, who is kind of going to be sitting in third. Great position for him because he can kind of see what happens between Spencer and Tater, and maybe there's something for him to take advantage of, and he could come in and sweep up here and take a two-wheel. So I think qualifying third for him is big, and showing that he obviously doesn't really have any weakness in the game. He's an 8-scale racer coming into 10-scale. Not many drivers do that, come from 8 scale to 10 scale and do so good. So, he's right in there as being a competitor. And then I believe Brock is fourth, I think. And, he was one of my picks earlier. My 3 picks were Spencer, Dakota, and Brock as being the fastest 3 guys I'd seen here in person. And so we'll see how that's gonna kind of unfold for him. But, I just don't know what to expect out of 4. Some things kind of have to go his way, I think, for Brock to win it. Dakota's going to be 5th. He's had a kind of a rough Worlds. He's been one of the picks for everybody to start towards the front of this field. And so far, he hasn't really put it quite together. Obviously, Spencer was 5th in four-wheel and got up there on the podium. So, that's what he's looking for, is to see if he can get something to go his way. And now he's got his friend Tater starting from TQ, so this is a little reversal for them. Normally it's Dakota out front, and then you have Tater kind of trying to get in the main. So we got a little reversal here. And then Aiden Horn, who ran so good in seeding. One of the guys I thought was just after, when I was saying Spencer, Dakota, and Brock, I kind of had Aiden in my mind as sort of that 4th, 5th guy that had the potential. Obviously he made the main 6th. That's great for him, and see if he can do something with it. We got then we got the legends, the 2 Ryans back to back here, which is so apropos, I guess, because they race together so many times. We got Cavallari 7th, Mayfield 8th. Those are our veterans now making the main. So in four-wheel, the veteran was Dustin, qualifying 3rd, and then two-wheel we got the 2 Ryans. Which was nice that they were able to kind of lock it in. Mayfield was a little on edge on that last run, but that was his best run of the event, of the whole time. So he needed it to make the main. He got it done. Track that he usually struggles on, and that was probably one of the best runs I've seen him run here. So it's good that timing. Marcus Carup, he was on it in that last run. The traffic calls came. Really, they were non-existent in the A qualifier, so Marcus kind of got a little screwed in traffic, I kind of thought. Otherwise, he could have got a 1 out of that A qualifier, but he's making the main. It's 2 A mains for him at the Worlds. 4-wheel and 2-wheel, 15 years old. I want to say he's the youngest in the field when you look at this, and then Tater's the second youngest. So you got a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old. Pretty amazing. But that's usually when these guys get it done. If you're a badass in this sport hobby, the Cavaliers, the Spencers, the Mayfields, these guys were getting it done 16, 17, 18 years old. So obviously it's working for Tater. And then you got Brennan Schimmel, who's the 10th spot. A lot of people picked him with the best car during the qualifying. They're just like, man, Brendan's car looks the best of everybody's. And he had a couple mistakes in very critical situations. Otherwise, I think that he could have qualified inside the top 5. I mean, that was the speed he had. But he's going to be 10th. And then we got Jörn Neumann, who's going to be 11th. So, and it was kind of a bad, unfortunate situation for him in the last round. He was on an actual TQ run and got bit by some traffic. So traffic calling hasn't been so hot here for the top drivers, but now it's done. It's over with for those guys. And I think that's going to be your 10. And then Jorn's going to have to be happy with 11th. I know he's not. He had a car to be in there with him. So that's kind of what's going to shake down. I mean, I still kind of feel like Spencer's going to win this thing. I don't know exactly how, but I think he kind of has the experience, the right mindset to do this, and I would be disappointed if he didn't, personally, because I think he can get it done. And but we'll see. Tater's been fast, maybe arguably the fastest guy here, so he's got to beat the fastest guy here to do it. But I think he's up to it.
Well, thank you for your time. Maybe we'll catch up with you after the mains.
Perfect. I look forward to it. Thanks.